Hey, what is going on, guys? Back with another deck profile here at Galaxy Games. I believe this is my fourth one today. Here with Jack Paul, who is profiling his Shat deck.
How's it going, guys? I'm going to go right into it. The main engine of the deck, that's really the best part of this deck, is the stick and chair engine. The stick and chair engine, it's so good because if you get it off, you just neg and plus off of it. Like with stick, you neg them. With chair, you plus. Even with stick, you plus. Whenever you pop something, you draw a card. You can even pop your own stuff, so it's really good if you have like a dead call the haunted. Dead call the haunted, dead finishing. Very good engine. With this deck, it's pretty consistent. A lot of people don't run this engine and stuff anymore just because it's not as consistent, but I've actually been able to get it off really well.
Yeah.
I play 2 fire and ice hands. This is definitely something that can be satted out against certain decks, but I like at least having 2 of each in the deck. That way, if I have to, get around certain cards that are face up, like if they have Light Imprisoning for my Star Seraphs, or if they just have like lose 1 turn up, just something that I have to get around with, and these get around certain effects. So very good. And if I need to side them, I have other cards that can be sided and good for them.
Yep.
So just 2 of each. I play 2 Herald Assault Halberd. He's very good because you can, if they control a monster, and it's a lower monster, I could special him, crash over it. If I get battle damage on him, I could search the other one out, and then I could normal summon him and go into an exit if I really wanted to. Just depends on the situation, but I've done that plenty of times, and 2 of each is pretty good. 3's a little cloggy just because you want to be able to search them, not draw into them. So
okay.
I play 2 Traptrix Mamelio and 1 Traptrix Diana. I don't want to get clogged with these just because I don't run a super heavy Traptrix engine in here. It's just mostly to get my Bottomless and Traptrix Trapple Nightmare, stuff like that. But 2 and 1 is actually not bad. It's been pretty consistent, and I can also recycle them like Soul Charge and Call the Haunted to get their effects off.
Have you been able to get Diana's effect off a good bit?
I've actually done her effect not too long ago at locals in Wheeling, and it did actually help me because it kept my opponent from summoning a monster. Because what I did was I special summoned Diana, and then I set Bottomless, so they knew that it was there, and it was there till the end of the next turn, so it was really helpful.
Yeah, just that pressure is really, really good.
Exactly. I play 2 Effect Veiler to finish off the monster lineup, a total of 17. I like negation in this deck, mainly just because I'm gonna go against a lot of decks that like to spam something, or they just want to like stop me from being able to get my combos off. So 2 Effect Veiler is pretty good. It's easy sideable.
Kind of the interesting thing with having the 2 Veilers, since it is a level 1 tuner and you have all level 4s, you can
always put synchros. Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of adding in here at one point if it goes down in price, hopefully.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna play 3 Upstarts to keep consistency going. 3 Upstarts is really good because this is actually a 41 main card deck, and the main reason for that is there were some cards I wanted to add on that I definitely wanted to keep mained, and that way it also gave me room for my sides, so I definitely wanted to put 3 Upstarts in. So it basically makes it a 38 card deck, so it doesn't really matter having that extra one in there. Really doesn't really throw up the consistency.
Yeah.
Then I play 2 Pots also for consistency. I don't special summon a crazy amount, but I want to have 2 Pot. That way I can just get my pieces together. Like if I want to get a chair or a stick, just depending on what it is, and then special summon next turn, so they don't know if I 100% have that play together yet, so they'll set up for that, and I might use something else to get their board wiped. So it just depends. The 1-ofs are 1 Raigeki, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Soul Charge, and 1 MST. On my side, the other 2 MSTs, main reason for that is just because most decks that I go against here at our locals, preferably, I don't really have a problem with their back row as much, just because I spam back row. Most of my deck is mostly traps.
Yeah.
So really, 1 MST is not bad. Plus, from what Andrew was saying as well earlier, is Marmella is a good popping effect, Ice Hand, stuff like that. So I don't need a crazy amount of popping back row power, but it's always good to have just that 1 MST just in case maybe start out with against Cleese and pop their Scalp if I go first, stuff like that.
Yep.
Onto the traps, I have a total of 9 spells. 3 Call the Haunteds. Very good to get most of my plays off, like Stick, Marmelio, Dianab, anything that has a special summoning effect when it comes back, so very good. I play 3 Mind Crush. That was the card that I bumped up to 3. I had the other one sided, but I added something else on my side, so I just put this in the main deck. And since I got the 3 Upstarts, like I said, it's not throwing off consistency, and Mind Crush is just very valuable right now. 2 Traptrix Trapple Nightmare. It's searchable. It's really good against certain decks that just like to spam, XZs that have a summoning effect or, detach effect or whatever. So it's very good for that. 2 Mirror Force.
Yep.
Mirror Force is definitely very good in this build, it's just you kind of need something in case your board's wiped and you have a full back row. They might not be expecting it at Mirror Force. Plus, in this set, it just a lot of people want to have Mirror Force. So, 2 Phoenix Chains. Pretty simple, just for negation of effects. Really, you just kind of need as a stable trap in most decks nowadays. And then for the 1-0s, 1 Jar of Adverses, which I just teched in actually not too long ago, like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah,
just got it from yours truly, Andrew, making the video. So I'm gonna tech it in, see how it does for it. It's not bad so far. I used it once and it was actually pretty good. 1 bottomless trap hole, searchable, and on Torian. And that does it for the traps. A total of 15 traps. So that does it for the main deck. A total of 41.
No emptiness in the main?
You know what? I actually took out emptiness. It has actually screwed me in a lot of situations just because at times when I get my... I'll set up vanities because I know that they're about to spam, but then I get my combo off of my hand. I can't even use it because I have no way of getting vanities off. So it's sometimes not the greatest. I might tech it back in, but for now I just kind of don't want to play with it right now. I just kind of play the old-fashioned build, see how it does. Because when someone does vanities on me, I have a lot of ways of getting around it, so it doesn't bother me that much. Like even if they would pop a hand, all I have to do is when it goes to the graveyard, pop something in the air, as vanity goes, then I can special. So it doesn't really affect me heavily. So onto the side deck, I play 2 Flying Sea. Good against Burning Abyss. Anything that just spams Z's like for days, pretty much like my decks. Especially in the mirror matches, is very good. I sided this when I played Mike Shaw, so very good card. 2 Maxis. It's a very good card because some decks just love the spam, and if I could plus off them, I'm going to try to. So a total of 4 monsters. 2 MST. The other ones, just in case I go against a deck, I would rather have more popping power in the back row, so definitely 2 MST. 2 Zombie World. This is very good for the clean matchup just because they can't tribute their monsters. So I like Mask of Restrict too, but I'd rather have a space open in my back row and just have Zombie World on the field in general. So 4 spells. 2 Imperial Iron Walls. Pretty much any deck that just banishes Necros, Ritual Beast, simple as that. 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, any dark deck, I mean mostly, Burning Abyss, Shaddoll, stuff like that. 2 Chaos Trap Hole, Danko Rexus deck, so sometimes if I know they have Danko, I kind of have to side it in. Sucks it's not searchable, but I mean, sometimes I still draw into it.
Still even decent against Satellar Knights, Burning Abyss, Shaddolls.
Exactly, pretty much any light dark, but mostly Danko, just because that can really wreck me. And then for the last that I just teched in from also yours truly is Time Space Trap Hole. That's really good against, it's good against Cleese if they pendulum summon because I can just wipe all their resources and put it back in their deck. It's good against Ritual Beast. It's good against pretty much just any deck that special summons a bunch of monsters on the field. If I have enough life points, I'm going to put them all back in their deck and make them recycle. Total 7 traps. That does it for the side, 15. And then on to the extra. I play 1 Satellar Knight Deltaros. He's mainly for the stick and chair play. Whenever you summon him, you cannot activate cards in response to a summon unless it negates the summon. So it's really good. They don't have a Solemn or Chaos
Blackhorn.
Yeah, Blackhorn to Heaven, stuff like that. Which is actually what happened to me against Mike. He Blackhorn to Heaven me, and I was just like, well, that sucks. 1 Telenite Talamaeus. He's really good because whenever I do the stick and chair play with him, if I get that pop power and then I also can detach 3 and go into a rank 5, which I have a couple of. One of them is Satellar Knight Constellar Diamond, which is really good against dark decks. It pretty much just wrecks them. They pretty much have to get it off the field immediately when that happens, which most of the time they do against me, but I mean, it's still very good and he's easy as hell to get on the field, so very good. Another rank 5 is Constellar Pleiades. He's really good against Yusenju especially, mainly just because I try to wipe their board in their back row, and if I know they have a full hand, I try to bring him out, and then that way when they bring him out, whatever Yusenju they bring out, I just really quick detach, put it back in their hand, that way they have nothing they can really do because they normal that turn. So it's still good. That's mostly what I've done it against. I don't have a lot of feedback for him, but he's a very good card. And then M7 to go along with him. I like the fact of his graveyard ability to add a card back to hand, because I could add a hand back to hand, or I could add a stick or chair, depending on what my hands build up with. Most of the time I've done it for stick just because I can search out the other chair, and if I have a call set, I can get another play off. Just depends on the situation. 1 Evil Swarm Ouroboros. He has 3 amazing effects. 1, you can bounce a card in the field back in your opponent's hand. You can discard 1 from your opponent's hand, or you can banish from graveyard 1 card. And it's really good because you can only do once per turn, but if you're going against a deck where they need stuff engraved, or there's something in their hand they'd like not to get discarded, or if you're just setting up for the OTK and you bounce out one trap card they have in the back row, back in the hand, it's very good. This is really good against Insectors, especially. My friend Taylor, since Hornet sadly didn't go to 2, which I was hoping they did since they did the RG list, you know, this just really hurts that deck, because the second you banish their Hornet, they're pretty much just going off of combos that don't consist of more popping. It's more of bringing out Exes at that point. So very good against that. And Exodia for the discard effect if they don't have a way to recycle it.
Sad emoji.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
One Evil Storm Exciton Knight, just blow the field, simple as that. Steel Swarm Roach, I'm still keeping them in there because this is good for Light Sworns, even though you don't see them as much, but it's still very good for them when you do play them. Also, when Infernoids come out and make a big bang with their new support that they're getting.
Ritual Beast as well.
Ritual Beast as well. This is a very, very good card because it just stops him from being summoned, and you can set up your plays better. Even though he's only 1900, it's good to keep something that's going to wipe your field off the, you know, or just wreck over your monster or stuff like that, just by having him out. So it's not bad. You can do it during either player's turn. You can do it twice per turn. So that's really, really good.
Yep.
Number one Honor Luck. Just take special summon monsters and eat them. Number 103 Ragnar Zero. Really good against the Senju matchup. That's mostly the only time I really use it. Sometimes even Cleese if they have like Sacrifice on their guy, but I've never really done that. But that's the only other thing I can think of. One Abyss Dweller.
Gets the boost if you use Ice Hand with it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, every now and then I'll do that. Most of the time I go into Abyss Dweller if I'm kind of like back against the wall, and he usually gets blown off. But he's still good to have on in the extra deck just in case.
Yep.
One Daigusto Emerald, recycle cards, same with like Jar of Avarice, stuff like that. One Castell. It's kind of a staple rank 4 nowadays. Most people just use it for its second effect. Detach 2, shuffle 1 back into the deck, face up card. And then for the Gagas, one Gaga Samurai for the set of the OTK, and one Gaga Samurai or one Gaga Cowboy to end the game if possible.
Yep.
So, and that does it for the extra. That's a total of 15. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Again, this deck is called SHAT. It stands for Star Seraphs, Assault Halberd. Star Seraphs, Hands, Assault Halberd, and Traptrix.
Yep.
And it's been a very consistent deck. It's very competitive. I mean, there's ways to definitely stop this deck, but it's you have to have the right cards. It's not like the Satellar build's very good with the Star Seraphs, but if they activate Light Imprisoning, it shuts you down for a time. I mean, yes, you can get it off, but it's more difficult than having a mix of different type of monsters. You know, since I have 4 different archetypes, Light Imprisoning does hurt me, but it's not going to stop me. There's tons of ways I can get around it. So that's why I like the mix of this. It's very competitive, and I hope it does me good later on in different tournaments. I've won 3 tournaments so far with this deck, and I've probably only played like maybe 5 or 6 with it, so it's not bad. So it's like 50 for 50.
Yeah,
so, very competitive.
Yeah, definitely a really solid deck. Very versatile with all the different plays it can make. Biggest thing I like is that it's very hard to side against because there's not really like one main strategy that it's really going for. So it's definitely advantage you there. So thank you so much, Jack, for the deck profile. I do appreciate it. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank you, guys.